Hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh, hey oh. Hey guys, what up? I got it. I got it. I got that. I got that box from Block Blocka right here. See, look at, look at, look at, look at, look at. I got my box. That's one of them. That's just one of them. And look at this. I got a letter from the Department of Natural Resources. Electronic signature confirmation required, which was just in the mailbox. They didn't bring it up to the door or fucking nothing. So that's my postal service. That's my mail carrier. Sometimes he brings shit up to the door, and sometimes he don't. So I told you I was going to be back this morning, and if I got the box from Block Blocka, and so here I am. Oh, hey, you know what? I gotta get that one colic down there. It's Walter. Good morning. If this says what I think it says, it's a blessed day. Don't care about the silver. I care about what's in this letter right here. We're going to open that. But I said I had an announcement in my heading for the video. I have an announcement. There are two bands coming in July that we're going to go see. Probably do some videos of. Tom Kiefer. I don't know if you guys know who Tom Kiefer is. He was the founder, lead singer of Cinderella back in the 80s. Hair band, you know. His personal band, his alt band, or whatever you want to call it, is coming to the Surf Ballroom. So you're going to see a lot of Cinderella stuff, plus you're going to see a lot of new stuff, which is going to be good. And then I just called, because they just went on sale today, tickets for Queensryche is coming again. Hey, Sassy. How you doing, babe? Queensryche is coming. So guess what? I'm going to go see Queensryche. There is one country guy coming, Austin. He's an older country guy. Not as old as Willie and Waylon or that crowd, but right after them. So Tracy Lawrence, I think. And I may go see him. I'm not a real big country music guy. As far as the country music artists go, the artists are fine, fine people, some of them, but and some of them are real conservative, some of them are not, and some are rah USA, and I like that, and I like to support them. So I might go see him. I might just go see him. I got to look him up today, see if I call Surf again, see if the tickets are sold out. And this is the Surf Ballroom and Museum at Clear Lake, Iowa. If any of you guys want to take a vacation, that's the place to go, man. That's the place to go. You want some history, you want to be part of history, go to the Surf Ballroom and Museum. The last place Buddy Holly ever played a concert before they crashed the plane. I can take you out to the crash site where the plane crashed in Cornfield. I can show you a lot of stuff around here. It's kind of historic. Waylon Jennings was supposed to be on that plane, but he wasn't. So, Anyway, that's it's a neat place to see. It's a real neat place to see. It's a part of music history. It's like going to some of the bars in Nashville. I've been downtown Nashville. I've been to some of the bars down there. Just some great places to go, the theaters and stuff like that. Great places to go. And you never know who you're going to run into. Never. You never know. And I put in a good word for my friend, Sherry, who is a co-lead singer for a band called, she was a co-lead singer for a band called Highway 9. They dissolved. And she's in a more regionally famous band now called The Rocking Dead. And I put in a good word for her and their band. I'm supposed to see them tomorrow night with my daughter, but one of the band members got sick. And so they had to cancel and reschedule. I don't know when the rescheduled date is, but we're going to go see her and her new band because it'll be the first time I've seen them. I did not get another haircut, dude. I haven't even brushed it yet today. It's just wild and free today. Just wild and free. That's it. I just kind of comb it like this. That's how I comb it now. Or I got my pick, and that sits up here. But my hair is so thick that if I pull a pick through it without brushing my hair, I'll pull half of it out. So. Hey, freaking awesome. Walter, Sassy. Good deal, man. Anyway, it is so nice out today. So far, I mean, we got to be in the 60s, 70s. I mean, it's t-shirt. You could actually take a t-shirt off today if you wanted to. It might be a little nipply, but I got to put batteries back in everything today. I got a wood splitter that needs a battery, 2 lawnmowers that need batteries put back in. My 4-wheeler needs a battery put back in. I got to check the battery on the tractor and the battery in the dump trailer. But I had them plugged in all winter, so they should be good. But that's today's little project, is to get that done. But yeah, I want to open this letter in front of you guys. So let me just go like this. I want to open this letter. See, this is from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. And what's nice about this is that I've been paying a fine at $100 a month, a $4,000 fine for the illegal take of a buck deer. I had a DNR officer that wanted to really make a name for himself and fuck somebody over, and he fucked me over. And when we went to court, I did not take a lawyer. I didn't get a lawyer. I tried to defend myself. And I'm going to tell you what, that's a stupid thing to do. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Anyway, I had my hunting and fishing rights taken away for the time that it took me to pay off that loan or fine loan. Yeah, well, it's a loan. Fine. And it accrued at 10% interest, compounded annually. And so it's taken me 4 years to pay it off. I haven't hunted or fished or trapped since. I paid off the fine at the beginning of the month. I paid him the extra a couple $100 just to get the fine paid off. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been done until, let me see, January. This is March, April, May, June. Wouldn't have been paid off until June. But I want to go fishing in Wisconsin. I want to go see some relatives. So I paid it off early. Let's see what the letter says. The letter says, this letter confirms your financial obligation and the remaining balance of $500 of accrued interest for DNR wildlife case, blah, 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 originating from Mitchell County, Iowa. This accrued interest assessment is required by law under Iowa Code section, blah, blah, blah. Your hunting and trapping fishing license privilege shall remain suspended until this remaining accrued interest obligation is paid in full and paid directly to the Department of Natural Resources cashier's office. Blah, blah, blah. Please submit your payment along with a copy of this letter to so that your payment can be credited accurately in your account record. To your account record, please make the check out to the Iowa DNR. Thank you, Jackie Halstead, Law Enforcement Bureau. So that means I still owe them. I paid the fine off, but I owe them an extra $500 in fucking interest. So that's $100 a year, or $125 a year. They can kiss my motherfucking ass. I'll pay them, but they ain't getting their money until the first of the month. The fucking DNR are cocksuckers. Just a bunch of fucking cocksuckers. Who are they? And this is a bunch of appointed individuals telling me that I can't hunt or fish in the state in which I live. I'm a native to the state. This is my fucking wildlife. It's on my fucking property. Fuck the DNR. Fuck the DNR. They could kiss my cock-sucking ass. Never, ever try to defend yourself in court without a lawyer. Ever. When it was the DNR officer himself who suggested the minimum fine of $2,500, the prosecuting attorney, the county attorney, recommended to the judge the strictest fine. The strictest fine. First time I ever got a fucking wildlife violation in fucking 70 years, and these cocksuckers threw the book at me. They gave me the same fucking, they convicted me of the same thing that a fucking poacher gets. And this was during the regular deer season. I had a deer license with a fucking legal fucking gun. And they could kiss my motherfucking ass. Fuck the Iowa DNR. You hear me? Fuck the Iowa DNR. And any fucking law enforcement officer that tries to make a name for himself. He wants to get his bones. Fuck you. I don't really fault him as much as I fault that fucking that county attorney. If I ever see him ever again, I'll put that motherfucker down like a rabid dog. Fuck him. And you know what? When I pay the fine, because I every first of the month I pay the fine, right? So the first of the month, on the first, I went up to the clerk's office, paid him $100 fucking, gave me a receipt. I paid them. Now, this is the 20th of the month. They sent me that letter. So it took them 20 days to determine that I still owe them $500 fucking, right? Now, I'm going to pay that off on the first of the month, next month. How long do you suppose it's going to take them to send me a letter that says your hunting and fishing rights have been restored? It's going to take them a month to do that. Or better. And I will call them every day. Because I will send that letter, signature required, so I know the exact date and when they got it. And then the next day, the very next day, I will call them and hound the fuck out of them about giving me my fucking hunting and fishing rights back. My rights. Fuck the DNR. So, there you go. Anyway, let's get this open. I got a box from Baca. This is one of two that's coming. One of two. I guess I had so much stuff, you couldn't put it all in one box. Anyway, let's get that open. I told you I was going to come up today if I got this box. Oh, that letter was just frosting on the cake. That was just frosting on the cake. That was just to get me going. Get my heart pumping. Get my blood fucking boiling. That's what that was for. Just to let me know I'm alive. Fuck them. And see, the DNR has such power that because they convicted me of that particular violation, which was the illegal take of a buck deer. There wasn't nothing illegal about it, except that I shot from the shoulder of the road. And I was 30 yards too close to an occupied dwelling. Like I'm supposed to guesstimate how fucking close I am to an occupied dwelling. I was 160 some yards away. 170 yards away. And I got popped for that. I got popped for shooting from the shoulder of a road. There's only one place in Iowa where you can't shoot from the shoulder of a road. And that's in this little square piece of Iowa that's up here in the north central east corner. From Highway 30 up to Highway, 90 over to the east. That fucking corner of the state. Why? Why can't you? Why? Why can't you? Because some old fucking lady bitched to the DNR about it. My life's goal, rest of the fucking time I have on this earth is to get that regulation changed. But see, the DNR has enough power to, because I was convicted of that particular violation, that I cannot hunt in all 50 fucking states, hunt or fish or trap in all 50 states. I can't go to Mexico or I can't go to Canada with a wildlife violation. Probably on my record now. So if you're ever going to fucking go to court for anything, a wildlife violation, a traffic violation, a criminal violation, a domestic violation, civil violation, anything, get a fucking lawyer. Get a fucking lawyer. I'm telling you, pay the fucking money, get a lawyer. I didn't, because I thought, well, you know, the violation, the money is going to be less than if I fucking hired a lawyer. And true, it would have been. It would have been less. But you know what? I got fucked over. And I wouldn't have got fucked over if I'd have had a lawyer there and knew the procedural things that were happening. So there you go. That's your lesson for today. That's my advice. That's my advice to you. Here's my second bit of advice. Never say anything to a law enforcement officer. That's a cop, a DNR, or whatever. Invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Officer, I wish to remain silent. I wish to invoke my Fifth Amendment right. No, officer, I do not consent to any searches. Invoke your Fifth and Fourth Amendment rights. If you carry a gun like I do, hand the officer with your driver's license, your registration, your proof of insurance. Also hand him your gun permit. If you have one. Then he can see that and he'll say, do you have a weapon? Yes, I do, officer. It's in my center console. Would you like to see it? And he'll either say yes or no. Up here, the officer just say no. Let's keep your hands where I can see him. Okay. If he says yes, say, officer, I am moving my right hand to my center console. My gun is loaded, so treat it as such. And hand it to him in such a way that you can't put your finger on the trigger. By the end of the barrel. By the back strap. Not with your hand gripped around the grip. And don't say a fucking word. Keep your mouth shut. Cops try to get you to talking. Where are you coming from? Where are you going? What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Officer, I don't answer questions. I wish to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Officer, I would like to request an attorney. I will not say anything. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right until an attorney is present. They got to let it go at that point. They have body cams on, so they're recording everything. And if you invoke, and you have to invoke your Fifth Amendment right. You have to say, officer, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and not answer questions. Officer, I invoke my Fourth Amendment right not to consent to a search. Well, that's all right. We're going to wait here and get a dog. Well, they can't do that if it's just a traffic stop. If they suspect something else, they can do that. But they can't do that if it's just a traffic stop. They can't extend the stop. They cannot do that by law. And besides that, a dog hit on your vehicle maybe gives them probable search, but gives them probable cause of search. But it's been determined by the court that dog hits are not legal basis for a search. So when you take that to court, you got it. But you need a lawyer. You need a lawyer because there are precedents set in law. So it's this versus this, this versus this. They would know that, and they'll bring that up in part of your defense. So get a fucking lawyer. Invoke your right to stay silent until you get an attorney present. All right, enough of that shit. Let's do this. Look at that muscle shell. Ooh, ah, Goomba Gary, gaw. All right, we might do that later. I got something for you guys. We're going to do this later. I got a multi-tool. Look at that. Neat little multi-tool. Got the instructions in there, what you can use it for. Kind of a neat deal. We'll do that later. I got this one here from Walter, and I got Walter's address now, so I can send that to him. We'll get that done. We'll get that done. Oh, you see my new chip tower up there? See? I got the purple one. Now I got a red one. And then I got the green one up there. You see them? I just got the red one yesterday from Adam J. Adam J prints those out. Cheap, man. Cheap. Get him, dude. Get him. I got more chips coming. Humble's supposed to be sending me one or two. And they're going up there too. So anybody else got a chip that I don't have? And I got a lot of them. Send me one. The hell. Let's fill that tower up and get another one. Why not? I got my sticker book full. You know, on Amazon, they have these books called Just a Ticket, and they're for concert tickets and stuff like that, memorabilia. And I put my stickers, different stickers from different coin YouTube channels in there. I got one full. I have one full from the mining community and the gold panning community. And I need to order another book today. Just like that. And Cinderella's coming. And Cinderella's coming. Let's open this box. You know, I think 80s music, hairband music, was the best music in the world, ever. I like some 60s. I definitely like 70s, because that was a forerunner to the 80s heavy metal. But 80s heavy metal was the best music ever fucking made. Ever. Don't care what anybody says. Open this box. Open this box. All right. Maybe I turn that camera up. Yeah, it's a little. So you can see my spit bottle and my coffee cup. And my gum over there. And my hearing aids. And my. Look at that beauty. Yeah. That's a 90% coin loop. Made by Mr. Joe Durbin, along with the bells I showed yesterday, and my stash boxes. And he makes rings too. I'm going to have him make me a ring one of these days. I got one of his coin loops. I got 6 stash boxes. I got 30 bells. I'm going to have him make me a ring one of these days. All right, let's open this bad boy. We got tape. I expect a lot of saran wrap too. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Paper. Okay. Anything in the paper. Nothing in that paper. Anything in this paper. You always got to check the packaging. Always check the packaging. Okay, we got a package there. We got a package there. We got a whole bunch of stuff over there on the corner side. And we got a bunch of stuff in the bottom. And there's some more stuff in the bottom. And we have an empty box. All right, we'll put that down here. Put the paper in there later. Let's look at the stuff that's not in packages. Put that over there. Put this up here. We do have a $2 bill because I did not have a $2 paper Canadian bill. I got 1, 5, 10s, but I don't have a 2. So there's a $2 paper bill. Real nice. That's a nice one. Block always has some nice paper bills. Oh, he sent me a new magnet. Look at that. I got a new magnet. There you go. F-22 Raptor, and I think that's P-38 Mustang. Look at how cool that one is. That's a nice picture. Look at the heads of the pilots. Look at the pilots in the cockpits. Just about lined up. Noses of the airplanes just about lined up. And that P-38 Mustang, the propeller-driven one, is closer to us, closer to the Canberra than the F-22 Raptor. That's how much bigger they are now. Look at that, man. I thought the P-38 had the two what? No, I don't have an Auction Palooza chip at all. But yeah, look at it. You had to put Product of Canada stickers on it. Goes over here on my 2-drawer file cabinet with all the other magnets. Oh, that one looks good. His other magnet is on my kitchen refrigerator. But we got another $1 bill. I think this one's just a little different back. Got another $1 bill. ECD 715-1919. Yeah, that was let me see the serial number on this one. BW 2168777. Yeah, that's why I wanted that one. And so we got a $1 and a $2 bill. Nice. Those are nice. I like those. Oh, I got this Millennium set. This is the Confederation set of quarters again. 125 years. I have another one of these. But it wasn't as pretty as this one is. So I decided to get another one. I now have 2 of those. Each one of those quarters is one of the provinces in Canada, in the Confederation, for each month of the year. So there you go. They're kind of nice. They are kind of nice. I mean, what? And the nice thing about these is you can pull each one of these out like that of the, say, put the quarters in them. That's neat. I like that. I'm glad I got another one of those. And let's see what we got here. What in the hee-haw hell is this? Is this something I bought? Yeah, see, there's some saran wrap, I told you. What is this right here? This is a 1999 Canada quarter. I don't know what this is, man. Oh, it's that logging quarter. Right. Yeah. That's a logging quarter. I know. I knew I didn't have that one. So there you go. Got that. What else we got in here? I know I got a large penny for the collection. See, saran wrap. Don't you love it? The first package I got from Block was totally wrapped in saran wrap. I mean, totally. What do we got here? Let's put it up here on put it up here, and then we can magnify it a little bit. Come on, focus, you stupid fuck. Finally, Prince Edward Island was sent. A Prince Edward Island 1 cent. I mean, it's a shitty coin, but maybe I can clean that up with some acetone. It's got something on it. But yeah, I like my provincial coins. the cents and half cents, Bank of Canada, and then provincial coins. So I'm going to clean that one up. And then what else was in here? Ah, man. He does this to me just because he knows I love it. Putting saran wrap on everything. I think this is a 50-cent piece. And nope, this is a, yeah, it's a 50-cent piece. But you notice it's the old 50-cent piece. Come on. There you go. $18.99 50-cent piece. A Newfoundland 50-cent piece. There you go. Goes right along with that penny. God, that was an ugly woman. All right, 50-cent piece, and I got a dime. And you look how carefully he saran wraps all these individual coins. Why you take so much time to do that, I don't know. Not really necessary. But I guess he knows how much I just love taking off saran wrap. God damn. Especially from little shit. Especially the little shit. All right, what do we got here? It's another one. Or it might be a small nickel, too. Oh, shit, there it goes. Nickel down, nickel down. Nickel down. Nope, 10 cent. 1912. Yeah, 1912. A 10 cent. It's a dime. It's a dime. Goes in my dime collection. I keep trying to get all the old stuff I can. And it's King George the what? The Fifth. King George the Fifth. King George kind of look a little worn there, but the rest of the dime pretty good. It's got some meat on it yet. You can make out what it says. So 1912 or 1919? Hold up a second. I got to get my old eyes out. 1919. Got to have old eyes. You might be able to see it better than me. If it would focus. Yeah, 1919. You can see it better there. Okay. There's some more of that old stuff that I like. I like that a lot. I like that old stuff. Put that all in there. The new quarter, the logger, that one will go in my quarter collection. It'll go in my quarter book. And look at, well, let's do this one first. This one is Maple Leaf. This is 2025 Maple Leaf. And it's got the privy, the snake privy on. And I'm trying to collect all the privies. I'll never get them all, but I got like 30 some of them now. And it's got the year of the snake privy on this one. I didn't have it one, so I had to get it. And there's, I don't know. Taragonsu tells me there's 80 some. Hi, Dale. How you doing, buddy? Taragonsu tells me there's like 80 some privy coins, and I've only got like 30 some. He has them all. I do not. So, yeah, we got that little snake privy on there, if you can see it. Right there. So, yeah, had to get that one, of course. And then I got some freebies here. These are He's got this taped up pretty good. I don't know. But the thing with blocking his tape is he always leaves a tab on. He leaves a tab on and he colors the tab. You see that blue tab? He colors that tab so that you know which way to pull the tape off. Oh, shit. Gaw down, gaw down, gaw down. A couple of coins. Oh, I see. I got 3 coins in there, I think. I have a penny. Oh, this is that rose-colored penny. Look at that. And I have a COVID nickel, a COVID beaver, and I have a hammered beaver. See, look at that one. Isn't that kind of neat? Going through a roll of Finos. It's just a 1981, but it's just rose-colored on the back. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. I said, send that one to me. I'll put it with my COVID nickel that's got the green speckles on. Ah, that's neat. All right. I'll do that one. And then what's he got here? Oh, this is the Remembrance quarter. It's got the poppies on the side. I go in my quarter book too, but I got that one, I think. I'm not sure, but I think I got that one. And then this was a toonie. But this one's kind of cool. It's got that native design on the back. And say, I hate the word native. I'm a native. Indigenous design on the back. Yes, and it's just a 2023 toonie, but it's got a neat design on it. Just a neat design. And you know what that is, don't you? Down there on, let's see, right down there on the bottom, that thing that looks kind of like a dress. You see that? Come on, focus, you stupid fucker. This thing right down here. You see that? That's an ulu knife. And if you don't know what an ulu knife is, you need to look it up. Ulu. U-L-U. Ulu. It's an ulu knife. I make them. I also have one, an actual Alaskan ulu knife when I was in Alaska a few times. But that's what that is. Cool. Most people don't even know that. Most people have no friggin' clue what that is. All right, and then let's see what else we got. He's got another bag here with something in it with another product of Canada sticker on it. Good Lord. The regulation, shipping stuff from Canada to the United States is just asinine. Shipping to Canada from the United States is not bad. What do we got here? I don't remember. This is a gaw. I don't remember this one. Come on. Focus, motherfucker. A Newfoundland 1 cent. There we go. In 1917. Oh, that goes in with my tokens. And that's a King George V. George V. Well, that's neat. I didn't expect that one. 1917 1 cent. I have to put that under the scope and look at it. That's kind of neat. That one's got a lot of meat left on it. That one's got a lot of meat left on it. It really does. It's got some shit I might be able to take off with acetone, but that one's neat. I like that. Where's that other one? Right there, the dimes and the 50-cent piece. This is going to go in with that. The rest of that stuff is, those are new coins. These are the old coins here. Wow, that's neat. Let's put these new coins in a bag. And then we'll put my the sickness one, the rose colored one, we'll put that in a separate bag so none of that stuff gets wore on. There. So now I got 3 bags. New coins, old coin, sickness coin. Cool. Cool. Sickness coin. And we got my privy. And then the other thing that was in that bag was my dog tag. I finally got a dog tag. Got a Block YouTube dog tag. Maybe I'll put that up on my chip tower. That might be where I'll put that. Cool. I got his black light for my glow in the dark coins. I think I have one. I think he has another one coming up for sale in this next auction, but no, they're not. It's not a token coin. I know that, but it goes in with my tokens. I got a lot of half cent, half pennies, from different provinces. Get the dolly finished welding. I wish I had you closer because I'm not a good welder. I'm a functional welder. I'm not a good welder. I'm a functional welder. It looks like shit, but it'll hold. But there are some things that I can't weld. I don't weld cast iron, although I know how. I just really don't have the proper equipment to do it. I got a acetylene torch. I got a cast rod. I could probably do it with an arc welder, but cast has to be heated before you weld it. And I don't have jigs and stuff to hold everything. Also, I had a motor off of a sprayer. I had the whole sprayer and everything, but the sprayer went to hell. The pump went to hell. But the electric motor was still good. Well, that's put together in such a way that the pump and the motor were in line. And so as the motor spun, it spun the crankshaft that the pistons up and down. Well, because the pump went to hell, I took that apart, and it looks like you can add a shaft to the electric motor, and the electric motor will still be good for something. You can throw that pump away then, but you needed the housing, the aluminum housing that it was in, so it has to be cut right at the end of the shaft and that housing, so I can still house the motor, that end of the motor, without the rest of the pump on it, and then just put an appropriate shaft in there because it's got a sleeve that it goes in and a set screw. So I wanted to use the motor for something, so I took it up to Dan Freeman at Freeman's Welding. Dan Freeman at Freeman's Welding. And I've known Dan for years and years and years and years. He's only 6 years older than I am. And he can weld anything. And I took another piece of cast iron up. It was a pawl that broke in half off of an old hand crank drill press. And the drill press itself was busted in half. And I bought it like that because you can fix that stuff. So I think I might even give like $10 for it or something like that. But, once that thing is welded and back to actually working, they're worth $300-400. So I have one in my shop. I have 2 other ones sitting on the floor, and I have that one that needs to be welded. So I got 3 extras. And I have one mounted in my shop. And there are times when you need to drill that slow. Anyway, he's got that. Oh, a knife. I made a knife. It was a kind of a sword, but a real thin sword. I don't think it was only about yay thick all the way through up in the tip of the blade. And I must have hardened it a little bit too much. Anyway, I dropped it when I was polishing it on the floor, and it broke in half. Fucking 8 inches of the tip come off of the blade. So with the steel being that hard, I took it to Dan and I said, you either have to anneal both sides of this and then I'll have to requench it, or you can weld it hard like it is. And he said, yeah, I can do that. No problem. I can weld it. Hold on. What are you guys talking about? All right, hold up a second, JJ. Let me click on that link. All right, we'll leave it right now, and then we'll come back. I'll watch that as soon as I'm done with this. Okay, I see. Okay, I'll go to that. I'll go to the. I got him up. I just got him paused right now, so I'll go to that when I'm done here. And we got two other things to look at. We got what's in this, and we got what's in this. So let me put the camera back down here, and we'll do that. Yeah, I had some stuff I had to get welded. So, all right, let's do this little one. The littler one. All right, more paper. Maybe I should save that paper. It's from Montreal. So. This is the 125th anniversary of the Royal Military College of Canada. Okay, cool. I like to collect military stuff. So there is the COA, and it's got a little card in there, a little gift card if you want to give it to somebody. Little gift card. That's when you know everything is, oh, that one doesn't have a little finger groove to it. So you either punch it right here, or you punch it right there, one or the other. And nope, that one don't come out. So we'll turn it upside down and go like that. No finger groove. That was different. There it is. The college, Military College of Canada. Kind of produces their officers, kind of like our, not West Point, what am I going to say? The one in Kansas, the War College in Kansas. And we'll go ahead and read the COA here and see what it says. And the COA would be 10,000 miles long. Well, it's number 12688, if that means anything. This 5-cent proof silver coin contains 92.5% sterling silver and so much copper. Diameter of this, that, and the other thing, and weighs 5.35 grams. And it depicts this and it depicts that. And 40,000 coins worldwide. 40,000 coins worldwide. And mine is 12,688. That's a nice coin. It's a nice nice presentation that Canada does with COA for a coin that has 40,000 minted. All right, there we go. Another one for the collection. And then we got this big bad boy here. That's in Kingston, Ontario. Well, 3 hours east of Toronto. Okay. Really nice. Well, Jack Gallman. Hold up a second, Jack Gallman. How come you are not blue? What the hell? Now you're blue. Why were you not blue? I don't understand that. I just noticed that. orange, candy apple red. You guys on your old cars. Is it an appreciating value or is it a depreciating investment asset? If it's a depreciating asset, no sense having it. If it's well, yeah, there is, but I would like to have a 68 GTO also, but there's no way I'm going to get one. Anyway, I'm done. That point in my life of working on vehicles is done. Overhauling motors and transmissions and rear ends and stuff. That point in my life is done. I am not doing that anymore. I'm not getting on my back, rolling under vehicles. Not doing it. I pay somebody to do that now. Here it is. That is the Lady in White. This is the one right here. The waterfall. Now I don't know where my my black light's out in the I took the black light out to the where I pay in gold so I can look for gemstones. All right, so we got paper in here so it won't fall out. But anyway, this coin right here does glow in the dark. And you see this lady right there, she will glow in the background, in the waterfall will glow. I don't have the black light in here. Damn it. Should have thought about that yesterday. But yes, it is a coin. It's a $20 coin. I think this is my second glow-in-the-dark coin. I think might be my second. Let's see what the COA says, should we? Haunted Canada Lady in White. See what she says. Haunted Canada Lady in White. How you like that blast of white light when you get it right up there? Mintage. 6,500. And this is 3,111. 3,111 of 6,500. And this is made of 495 fine silver and weighs 31.56 grams. So just a tad over an ounce, but that little tad is probably the paint. Remember, troy ounce is 31.11 grams. Yeah, I wished I'd never sold a couple of cars I had. But, like a dumbass, But see, this is why I like Canadian coins. All kinds of different series, all kinds of, and their presentation is wonderful. Their packaging is wonderful. That's one thing Canada has done right. Their mint has not become woke to the point where none of their stuff is worth a shit anymore. Not like the United States Mint. And they really do like the fact that they have something. They have something for everyone. I don't care who you are or what your interests are. They have something. Put that over there. Something for everyone. Yeah, I won't stand up, will it? Come on, stand up. There you go. They got something for everyone, dude. That's the first package from Block. So let's put that stuff over here. All got to be inventoried. All got to get put out in the safe. Let's put that up here. Put that up there. This, that, the other thing. This I got to put up on my chip tower. Let's put that stuff over here. Yeah, I'll put this up on my chip tower. Hold up a second. Oh man, my back is killing me today. Wow, I don't know why. It doesn't look like it's gonna stand up. So what I'm gonna do is put a little tape on it. But it's up there. So I just gotta put a little tape on the back side of it. That ain't no biggie. That ain't no biggie. All right, how many people we got in here? We got what? How many people we got in here? Because we're close to an hour, and I want to be off the air because I want to go outside and actually do something today. See, Walter, I got your stuff right there. I will get it in the mail probably tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe today if I can get this done real quick. Then I can run to town. I gotta pick up some groceries anyway. I was looking for taco seasoning last night. Couldn't find any. Usually we have packets of taco seasoning everywhere. And so I asked my wife, what is in taco seasoning? And I see there's you got some red pepper, you got sage, you got a little garlic, a little onion. But the biggest thing is cilantro. You need cilantro. I didn't have any cilantro. So I made taco seasoning without cilantro. Didn't work out real well. It has some taste, but not enough taste. So, but I ate it anyway. I made a dish last night. Put a pound of hamburger, half of a fresh onion, a whole green pepper I cut up, put that all in there, let that cook for a long time. Then I added, what did I add to that? Well, I added my spices, but I put a can of refried beans in there also. Get it all stirred up. Nice. All right. Then you take some tortillas and you put them on your plate. Fill it up. And you can put lettuce in there and tomato. I didn't have any, so I didn't put any on. But what else I put on? Oh, some hot sauce. Yeah, I got some hot sauce. And what else? Oh, yes, sour cream. I mix it up with sour cream. There we go. That's the deal there. Mix it up with sour cream. Had to add a little salt, but that was all I had to add. And good. It was good. It was good. And I still have a little left for tonight. So, but I don't have any more tortillas. I got to go get more tortillas. And while I'm there, I might as well get taco seasoning packets, tortillas. What else do I got to have that I didn't see in there? Oh, I rehydrated some mushrooms, cut them up and put in there too. Sheep's head mushrooms, and I think a few of the oysters I had left. That one bag had a few oysters in, and I rehydrated them in some sheep's head mushroom, chopped them up and threw them in there too with the onions and the peppers. There you go. That's what else I put in. I couldn't remember. All right, let me put something in the chat. You found $1 or $2 CoinTribe members in unclaimed property. Is that a chip? Olives would have been good to put on there. I had olives. God damn it. Why didn't I think of that? I never think of olives. Damn. Oh, well. I still have half. Well, some. I got a third of it left. I ate 2/3 of it last night. That was a pan, man. That was a pan full. I ate 2/3 of that. I was hungry. I was really hungry. Anyway, yeah, I'll do that, and then let me type something in the chat here, real quick. I have to get a. And Walter, your little thing goes up there. And I'm going to write something on a piece of paper here. And then I'm going to fold that all up. Yeah, I got to fold it up this way. And then I'll fold it up this way. And then I'll fold it up this way. And then I'll probably put it right up here in my glasses. Just right there. All right. Let's see. All right. There you go. Guess the number, 1 to 10. And if you don't want a little survival multi-tool, you don't have to guess. That's okay. You don't have to guess. But I'll send it to you. Eight was the number from yesterday. And if you'd have been here, you'd have realized that Walter won on an 8 yesterday. Yeah, 13. Let me see. Let me get my keyboard here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got a lurker someplace. I don't know. All right. We got somebody who won anyway. So we'll put a stop in there. All right. Notice where I'm taking this from. League again. Well, it doesn't make any difference, League. And we got Dale M. Dale, send me a email. Hold up, let me put that in the chat. Oh. There you go. There's my email. Drop me an email with your mailing address, and we will ship that out to you. There you go. Dale M. And I can get you and Walter sent out at the same time. How's that? All right. Anybody want to talk about anything in particular that is on your mind? I did my bitching earlier. I don't know. Oh, one thing I want to tell you guys: if you do a trust, because here's my LLC formation documents, and here's my Kingdom Trust adoption agreement. If you look at your trust paperwork, how is your trust supposed to end upon your death? Does the trust just end then, or do your heirs inherit the trust along with the metals? How does that go? Mine says right here, Ah, yes. I think it's on my LLC paperwork. Might be on the LLC paperwork. Um, but it says the events, if any, on which the limited liability company is to dissolve, or the number of years the limited liability company is to continue, which may be any number or perpetual. Mine says perpetual. I want mine to end upon my death. So this paperwork's got to get changed. And that dissolves the trust also. So I have to call the people and say, hey, I want my LLC formation document changed, my LLC and my trust documents. I want both to end upon my death. Pure and simple. Or if your heirs are going to inherit your metals that are in your trust, then have your paperwork reflect that, because my heirs are going to inherit um, my metals, but because it's a traditional IRA, they need to pay taxes on it because I didn't pay any tax on it. Those were pre-tax dollars. So once that money comes out, and metals is money, you know, it's going to be valued at a certain dollar amount. My heirs, my daughters, are going to have to pay taxes on it. Well, they don't have to pay taxes all at one time. They have a 10-year certain. They can take the money out of that trust in 10 equal installments in 10 separate years and pay the taxes that way. The cost price of the metals may go up or down in that time. They may pay more or less. So it pays them to take it out over time, but they don't have a great big chunk of uh, tax if they took it out in one big chunk. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't have that much cash sitting around, so they have to actually sell the metal to pay the tax, which is stupid. So you might get half, maybe. So they have a 10-year certain. They have 10 years. They can take it out in 10 equal installments. So do I want to pass the trust to the girls, or do I want to have it dissolve upon my death, and then they inherit um, their third, and then they'll have to pay taxes on. So it's either going to be upon my death or upon their death, one or the other. So it won't be perpetual. It'll have an end date. But see you, Jack. See you, buddy. Yeah, you missed the bitchin' 949. You missed the bitchin'. But hey, I'll live. I'll pay them their money, and I will continue to advocate for the dismantlement of the DNR in Iowa back to what it used to be, separate little division. The environmental division should be separate from the wildlife uh, enforcement division, should be separate from the wildlife enhancement division, should be separate from billing and permitting processes. That shouldn't all be under one great big department, because then you lose the individuality of the departments. So that's the way it used to be. We used to have the Department of Conservation. We didn't have a Department of Natural Resources where everything was combined into one. See, they thought it was, if they did that by combining those departments, that it would make it more cost efficient. Well, what they did was they just created a big bureaucracy that has no there's no right and wrong. It's just whether it's legal, illegal. There's no right or wrong to it. There's no morality to it anymore. I remember when I was a kid, I shot at a crow out of my car. I was sitting on the road, out of my car. I shot at a crow with a 243. I think I was in high school. The game warden was right behind me on the highway. I was on the gravel road. I was pulled off side of the highway on the gravel road, about a quarter mile. I didn't know he was behind me on the highway. He heard the shot. He saw it because it's only like a quarter mile off the. Anyway, he stopped me. He said, "You can't really do that. I need to talk to your dad, and I better take the rifle." So he took the rifle. He didn't write me a citation. He just let me go. He called my old man. Me and the old man had to go to the conservation office, the local conservation office. And conservation officer explained to the old man why I can't do that. And he gave us the rifle back. That's how it used to be. It ain't like that anymore. It ain't like that anymore. Oh, let's talk about school taxes. Hold up a second. Hold up a fuck. I just got my property tax paperwork. Hold up a second. Let's talk about that. Let's fucking talk about that, should we? And I do belong to a group called the ITR, Iowans for Tax Relief. And I go to meetings and stuff like that. But here's my new tax bill and the proposed tax bill. My current property tax, and this is public hearing on proposed property taxation. Location, Osage CSD boardroom, 5:30 p.m., 325. So that'd be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. I'll be there. Anyway, I said 5:30 p.m. Yeah, I could be there. Current property tax, all school funds. 5497679. What the fuck is that? What is that number? That number means nothing. It says current property tax 5497679. What is that number? That number means absolutely nothing. Is that the total property tax? Then there should be a fucking dot in there. If there's no dot, that means that $5,497,679 .00, but there is no .00. That's the current property tax. The current tax rate is 12.17387. So 12%, 12.2%, basically. Now that's the current tax rate. The effective tax rate, what is the difference between current and effective? Explain that to me. Is 12.02522, which is about what 0.15 less than the current tax rate. So what does that mean? What does that even mean? And the proposed property tax, 5619473, which if the current property tax is 5.4, that means there's an increase of 200,000. That would be 200,000. Or the proposed tax rate would be 12.31608. So the current tax rate is 1.17387. The proposed tax rate would be 1.31608. So an increase of 0.2. It's just 0.2. How much money could that be? That's 0.2%. It doesn't say percent, but that's what it is. That was the public hearing on proposed property taxation. Now, the public hearing on proposed property taxation, that was for the Osage School. Now, for Mitchell County, and why they have them separate is beyond me. Because if I'm paying a county tax, a portion of that's going to the school, which is what that's saying, but we're going to vote on two different tax increases. All right? They have separated into urban and rural resident. So I'm just going to look at rural because I'm rural. Current property tax is 7,553,396. The current tax rate is 9.59064. And the effective tax rate is 9.44415. So current and effective. I have no idea what in the fuck that means or which number is valid. I got no clue. Proposed tax 7684887. That means it's going to go up by 100,000. Proposed tax rate is 9.59064. So the current tax rate and the proposed tax rate will stay the same for rural residents. For urban residents, 5645 is the same. That's for Mitchell County. Now we have the public hearing on proposed property taxation. Now, proposed property tax and proposed property taxation. So you got it for Mitchell County and you got it for the Osage School District, which I'm in both. All right. And then it has examples on the back. And all those fucking examples do is confuse the average taxpayer. All that they can see right here is that their taxes are going up. Right now, looking at this, almost 48% of my property taxes go to the school district. Just about half, 48%. All right. I propose that people that don't have children in school and are not of childbearing years should pay a lesser amount in school tax, school district tax. My children haven't been in school for going right on 20 years now. And I'm 70 and my wife is 67. I don't think we're going to have children, any more children. And I don't know why I'm paying. I do know why I'm paying. Education is the future, but I want certain things done. If I have to pay this money, I want certain things done in the school district. I want shop classes brought back to school. I want a mechanics teacher, mechanics classes. I want metals class and a teacher. I want woodworking. I want electrical. I want all of the shop classes brought back. And I want home economics to become home economics again, where they teach taxes, how to fill out a simple tax form, and what taxes are used for, and what tax rate you're paying, and personal income taxes, and property taxes, and sales taxes, and every tax. And I want that all taught in home ec. If that needs to have a separate class, then do that. But economics should be probably a separate class, and it should be a required class. It should be a required class like math. Home economics, how to run a household, how to budget. Maybe that should be in the economics portion too. And if you want to do home ec, then maybe that could be how to vacuum a floor and do fucking dishes and make a sandwich, how to cook. That can be home economics. But we need a strictly financial economics class. And as a taxpayer, I want those things. No, it shouldn't cost me any more than 48% of my property taxes going to school district. And I am not of childbearing years. My children are done going to the school. So people of childbearing years and people with children going to school, or people that have young children that are not yet in a school district, should be paying the bulk of those taxes because they're going to be using those services. I've already used them. I paid for my portion. Hi, Miss Junk. How are you? All right. So I also propose that anybody who owns a residential piece of property who has it paid off, it's paid off. They owe no mortgage. They're not renting. They're not, no property taxes. Why, as a 70-year-old on a fixed income, am I paying property taxes on a piece of property that I fucking paid off? I own it. I own it. The bank can't come and say, hey, you didn't pay your loan, so we're taking the property. That's the collateral. Bank can't do that. But the county can if I don't pay the property tax. So do I really own the property? No. Anytime a person pays off a piece of property, that property should not be subject to property taxes. Period. Pure and simple. Just because it's located in this county, I have to pay a property tax on it? That's wrong. That's wrong. Am I taking advantage of the services provided by the county? Only to a certain extent. I have a well, so I don't have city water or county water. I have a septic tank and a septic field, so I'm not taking advantage of any of the septic services. I pay for my electricity separately because that comes through a power company, doesn't come through the county. The only thing I'm utilizing that the county provides is county services on my road for a mile till I get the highway. And then that's a state highway. The state takes care of that. That's state taxes. If I'm using county roads, okay. All right. I should pay for that. Anything, any service or anything that's related to the county that I utilize, I should pay for. But I am not utilizing a hell of a lot. And I'm already paying gas taxes to upkeep the roads and the bridges and the culverts. I'm already doing that. Now, the county does come down and grade my road. It plows the snow out in the wintertime. I should pay for that. I'll agree. I should pay for that. But at the rate that I'm paying for county taxes now, no, no. And it seems like every year the taxes go up and up and up, even though the state of Iowa um, is trying to decrease taxes on the state level. We have as far as personal income tax goes. We have as far as taxation on retirement income. We have changed that. So we can change on the county level taxes. If we can do it on the state level, we can do it on the county level. There's no reason that the county taxes should keep increasing every year and state taxes are decreasing. And the county's going to say, well, we get less money from the state. Okay. You realize that, right? So then start planning for that. Not just by increasing taxes. There's got to be other ways. Think outside the box. There are other ways to increase your income without increasing taxation. And if that means you have to cut back on services, well, cut back on services. If that's detrimental to the people of the county, they'll let you know. They'll let you know real quick. But you can do other things to decrease taxes without losing services, as they currently are. Yes, road use tax based on your mileage. That was an idea that came out of California, I think. But, well, if they want to tax poor people and the middle income to death, then I think probably, that maybe those poor and middle class people should probably make their voices heard a little bit more. And granted, when you go to these tax hearings, they're going to give you 5 minutes to speak. So you better have your shit written down, your notes written down, what you want to say, how you want to say it within that time period. And there are, let me see, the Osage School District proposed taxation hearing is at 5:30 p.m. on the 25th at the local CSD boardroom. I don't know what CSD is, but I'll ask. And then proposed public hearing on proposed property taxation for Mitchell County is on the 30th at 9 a.m. I hate getting up that early, but that's in the Mitchell County Board of Supervisors room. And I know where that is because I've been to tax meetings there before. And they have room here for other public hearings, but they don't even have that filled out. So one hearing, that's it for each. School, taxing authority, school. Non-TIF property tax and TIF property tax. Tax incremented financing. That's what they do when they have large projects they want to do. And they'll increment taxes to finance. Instead of taking loans from the bank, they will borrow from future taxes. That's what that is. That's all that is. Non-TIF property tax, 40,401 401038. TIF property tax, 0. Total property tax is 401038. The authority percent of tax, 47.99%, is non-TIF property tax. That's for the school. That goes to the school. 48 fucking percent of my tax, property tax, goes to school. County, 37.81%. That takes care of my roads and all the county services. City is 0 because I don't live in the city. And then all others. What the fuck is all others? All other what? What does that include? They don't explain a fucking thing. That's 14.2%. What is that? Is that wages? Is that retirement funding? Is that medical for county employees? Is that what that is? Fucking spell it out. Tell me what it is. All others. What is all others? Oh, hey, Ida, hold up a second. I got to turn you blue. While you're here, we're going to turn you blue. You are now blue. Say something again. You are now blue, 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 blue. So you can go to everybody else's channels and everybody can come to yours. How are you, Ida? Did a great job with the Sage Use Benefit Auction this year. Great job. raised a lot of money. Actually, I spent more money this year than I did last year. So maybe that was the increase there. I don't know. Oh, here we go again. Love it. Got to be a scammer. Yeah, what you want? The Police Officers Committee. And is this sanctioned by the state or by a separate county police officers? And they hung up, see? Block. Okay. Very good. I love them. See, that was the one thing they were calling me for was the Blue Cross, Blue Shield, or Medicaid, Medicare benefits that I was missing. I could get an extra $100 on this meal ticket or that card or whatever. That was the scam for months. And now the last 2 weeks has been from the Police Officers Committee. Oh, fucking want you to donate money to a scam artist. You fucking idiots. Never answer the phone and say hello. They record that. Never give them any personal information because they record that. Never have anything going on in the background, people talking about taxes or bank accounts or whatever, or personal information in the background because they record that too. Always answer the phone by answering what? What do you want? A lot of times they just hang up. Yeah, that $220 million commercial. These people are just so used to spending other people's money that they don't fucking care anymore. They just don't care. All right, 14.2% of all my property taxes go to all others. Please explain all others. That's what I'm going to put on my notes. Please explain that. List all others out. I want to know what that is. Therefore, I agree with this, I agree with this, I don't agree with this, I don't agree with this, I agree with this. I can go down the list then. All right. 37.81%. 37.81%. 1/3 of all my taxes go to county services. That's talking about county roads. That's talking about county paying the assessor, paying the tax people, paying light pole. No, that's power company puts those in. I don't know what other county services that I'm using that I need to pay 1/3 of my taxes to. Roads are the only thing. That's the only thing I can think of. Because I live in the country and I have a well and I have a septic tank and a septic field and I don't use any of those services. None of them. 48%, 47.99% of my taxes go to the school district. That means high school, junior high, or now what do they call that? They call it middle school. Because 9th grade is lumped in with 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, and then 4th down or 5th down is whatever they call it now. Doesn't make any difference. Different name, same thing. 48%. I disagree with it. I am not of childbearing age. I will never have children again. My property is paid off. I'm retired. My children have grown. They haven't been in school for 20 years. I'm not using those services. Should I pay something to educate the county's children? Why? They're not my kids. They're your kids. You pay the tax. You pay for those services because you're utilizing them. I'm not services anymore, so I don't know why I should pay for them. Just my feeling on property taxes. And I'd like to get the bill out, but I don't know where the bill is at right now. But that was proposed increases right there. and the dates of the hearings, which I'm going to go to, and I got to make notes and blah blah blah. You see I can go because I'm retired. I got nothing else to do. My wife was still working; she couldn't go. She'd have to take a day off of work. I'm not going to do that. Everybody else who is affected by those increases is working. They got a fucking job. They can't take a day off just to go to a public hearing on tax increases. They just put up with it. Yeah, I know, Walter. They have a computer generated list. It goes in, it's a computer that calls you, that does the numbers, because they just grab all the phone numbers within the state of Iowa and they call. All the numbers that somebody doesn't have, and then they call you. Thank you, Ida, for coming. You are now a blue lady, and you can come in and block people if you want to, or time them out. You may want to time out some of these people at some point. Just say it. Usually, I cuss too much for proper ladies like Ida and proper people. Sometimes religious people don't like what I have to say, but hey, there's other channels. Yes, property taxes are the one thing that piss me off the most. Why? When I take a loan out from a bank, I have a mortgage, I pay on it for 30 fucking years. I finally pay it off. I am supposed to get a deed to that property. You don't get a deed anymore. You just get a statement from the bank saying you paid off the property and it's yours now. And you take that down to the county courthouse, they record it. They don't give you a deed. You don't have a deed to your property anymore. It's like you don't have stock certificates anymore. You own 20 shares of a McDonald's Corporation. You don't get a stock certificate that says you own 20 shares of that stock. They don't have them anymore. Why? Well, it's too expensive, for one thing. And people are buying and selling and trading stocks by the minute, by the hour, by the day. So many stocks going back and forth that just to print off a stock, to give it a stock certificate, to give it to people is not really a thing you can do anymore. But I don't see why they don't give deeds to property like they used to. They do not give a deed to a property, defining the size of the property, where the boundaries are. That's recorded at the courthouse, so you can go get that. You can go to the courthouse, and everything is recorded for all your exemptions. Like I have a veterans exemption and another exemption. That's recorded at the courthouse. The loan payoff, that's recorded at the courthouse. And all of those pieces of information are separate. That information used to be on a deed. You no longer get that. That's what makes fraud and property theft so prevalent in some parts of the country. But yeah, that's what we got. All right, I think that's about it. I'm about done bitching. DNR, property taxes, block is box, blah, 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 box. We got that done, and we got a scam phone call, all in the same live stream. Isn't that wonderful? And now I'm going to address a couple things and package up a couple things. Try to get them to the post office today yet, if I can. Go to the store, get some groceries, come back, and start putting batteries in vehicles again, because we're going to need lawnmowers quicker than you think. I'm gonna have to start putting mechanic in a bottle in most of my stuff. Some ethanol shield in most of my stuff. Try and start stuff. New gas. Check oil and see if I have to change oil in anything. And yeah, proper operation and stuff. I can't really take it out of the shed yet because the ground is so wet and muddy, but like the lawn tractors, I got a zero turn. My wife likes her John Deere lawn tractor. I have a Gravely zero turn. All that stuff is too heavy to take out on a muddy lawn right now, but we'll get it there. We'll get it there, but I want to get the batteries and stuff. So we'll get that done. All right, you guys. I hope you had a little fun today. Maybe learn something. Maybe not. Oh, there's if you guys like to work on your own stuff, especially lawnmowers, Briggs and Stratton, two-stroke motors, like I use a lot of two-strokes. Anymore, I buy battery-operated stuff for my daughters, but I have gas-operated stuff for me. I have a gas-operated blower for one daughter. I have a battery-operated stuff for my wife to blow out the downspouts to get the maple twirlies out of there. But there's a website called Chickanic. 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 Like mechanic, but Chickanic. It's a lady in Arkansas that works on small engines and small engine repair, sharpening blades, that kind of stuff. A really good website. A lot of YouTube videos on how to fix stuff cheaply, effectively, what parts to replace, what parts not to place, what to do, what not to do. She has all of her tools listed. I have her endoscope. I have her spark tester, nut drivers and stuff like that, ratchets and bits and stuff. I have all that stuff, but there's a couple things that I would like to get. Certain products that she recommends, ethanol shield, which is picks up water in your fuel. And it's the only one I physically saw with my own eyes that actually did the job and ate the water in a fuel tank. Stable and all the other ones don't do that. Stable was the next closest, but it still didn't get all the water out of the tank. The ethanol shield did, and you can buy it on Amazon. Another one, in those carburetors, they have those little rubber seals and grommets and all that stuff. It's got a little needle in there. Sometimes they have a little rubber on it. Sometimes they don't. They have another little product called Mechanic in a Bottle, and you can pour a little of that in there, and that rejuvenates all that rubber stuff. If it's not too far gone, it rejuvenates it and makes it run like new again. So all that stuff you can buy on Amazon, and she lists all that stuff at the end of her videos. Her husband works on the bigger stuff. And they had a brick and mortar store at one time, and the owners wanted to do something with the store because it was getting so old. I think they were going to tear it down or make it into storage. Anyway, she opened up a new place at her place, and it's a good site if you guys are fixer uppers, like to do it yourself. Or you have little motors and stuff, probably save you some money. But all right, that's enough of you got a Kohler. I have a lot of steel stuff. Why? Because a friend of mine that I graduated high school with, Dave, owns a steel dealership over far away, a few miles, and he fixes small engines and that kind of stuff. He farms. I think he's got 80 acres yet. He used to dig graves. He had a backhoe he dug graves with. and he had a stump chipper, and he burns a lot of wood too. So he's got a wood pile out there he can take and test chainsaws and stuff. And so I used to just take stuff to him because I like to support him. But he's getting to the age now where he wants to quit. He quit digging graves. I don't know if he's chipping stumps anymore. He's still working on stuff, but I had a couple of pieces over there he didn't even want to work on. So I brought him home. I'm going to work on them here myself, and we'll get stuff done. But anyway, um, that's all I wanted to say. The homestead exemption, I don't know what the purpose of that was, but I have the homestead exemption and I have the veterans exemption. I have those two. I don't know what the purpose was. I'm sure I can look it up on Google and find out, but uh, it's just an exemption, and I have one, so I don't care. That's just less taxes I have to pay. However, I shouldn't have to pay any. Property tax in any county can be replaced with a county sales tax. Think outside the box, supervisors. Let's go. Let's go. Get this done. And you should actually join the tax reform organizations in your state. In Iowa, it's the ITR. Join those organizations. Stay informed about what's going on. At least stay informed. Stay informed. An informed voter is what we got to have more of in this country. We have too many uninformed people, and if you're uninformed by choice, if it's a voluntary ignorance, you're a stupid person. Stay informed. Don't be ignorant of the facts. Stay informed. If you voluntarily stay informed, so you just throw up your hands and say, I don't care. Let them do whatever they want. You're an idiot. All right. See you later. Peace out, guys. And away we